What's up everyone, my name's Cassie Mann and I bought the iPhone 12 Pro at the beginning of 2021. Now this was a pretty big upgrade for me, going from the iPhone 8, moving up 4 generations to the iPhone 12 Pro, and it's safe to say that I'm impressed. First, let's talk about the box design. The box design is super nice, the most obvious thing being that it is significantly smaller than boxes from previous iPhone models. Now let's talk about the design of the phone. It seems that Apple has turned away from the rounded edges, the rounded sides, and has gone back to more of a squared off design, similar to that of the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5. Now, I really enjoy this because the iPhone 4 was the first iPhone that I ever had, and I just love how it feels in your hand. The cable that is included in the box with the iPhone 12 Pro is a Lightning to USB-C cable, which means we still have to use a Lightning connector instead of USB-C, which would be more universal with all of our devices. Now, I know that the home button has been gone from iPhones for quite some time now, but this was the first phone that I had that didn't have the home button anymore. It took a minute to get used to, but now that I'm used to it, I actually really enjoy it because I found the home button always just got really dirty or gross or wouldn't work after a while. So I really enjoy having a phone that doesn't have the home button anymore. Now, I do wish that Touch ID was included on the iPhone 12 Pro, mostly because I usually don't have my phone at an angle where Face ID works. Usually I just end up ignoring the Face ID and then have to put in my password anyways. And I know I could turn these off, but I keep a lot of information on my phone and I wouldn't want anyone else to get into that. So I do wish that Touch ID was there, but besides that, I really enjoy the design of the iPhone 12 Pro. Now I have the 128GB model in graphite, previously known as Space Gray. Not sure why they changed the name on that, but this is what it kind of looks like. It has a nice matte finish on the back. The only thing I don't really like are the sides, which are this stainless steel, and they kind of just are fingerprint monsters, like catch it in the light there. It looks nice. I kind of wish they kept a similar design to the regular iPhone 12, where the sides have the matte finish and are less likely to pick up fingerprints. I have a case on it all the time anyways, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. I got the 128GB option mostly because it was the cheapest, but also because I can transfer my files later if I want to. If you're worried about running out of storage, maybe you can upgrade to the other ones, but you can always move your files around. And I don't have that many apps on my phone, I guess, so it's really not taking up that much space. I still have lots of room. Now, the battery on the iPhone 12 Pro is amazing. I'm not sure if it's just because my phone was so old before. I can go basically 2 days without charging this phone. Now, I would say that I'm a medium to light user of my phone, maybe. Probably more on the medium side. I'm definitely not a heavy user and, watching videos on it all day, but I can go 2 days without charging it. Apple does say you can get about 17 hours of battery life on video playback, but especially right now where we're watching videos constantly, whether it's on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, usually the battery won't last that long, but I still find that it lasts quite a while and I do watch a decent amount of videos on my phone. While we're on the topic of Instagram and TikTok, I tend to post on there a little bit more often than I do on YouTube. If you want to see more of the behind the scenes of what I'm working on, pictures of my dog, me in a Spider-Man suit, some other random things here and there, you can find the links in the description down below. The display on this phone is absolutely gorgeous. 6.1 inches, Super Retina XDR display with OLED and can go up to 800 nits of brightness. Now, there is still quite a bit of a notch at the top where the front-facing camera and the speaker are, but it's not that big of a deal. Some people think it's that big of a deal, but I don't really think it is. The phone feels so good to hold in your hand, and even though it's not a 90 or 120 hertz display, it feels really fast and very smooth. The performance is also incredible with the A14 processor and 6GB of RAM. Now, one of the exclusive features of the iPhone 12 family of phones is access to 5G networks. Now, this is really only going to be helpful to you if you live somewhere where there are 5G towers, which I don't. That's not really going to benefit me right now, but I'm sure it will later down the road. The iPhone 12 also features something new that Apple has brought in, and it is MagSafe. It seems like it works pretty good. You have lots of options with, charging and different mounts you can get for using it as a camera and stuff like that, and the MagSafe accessories that are coming out now are pretty good. I don't have the MagSafe charger right now, but I do want to get it. Now, the big reason why a lot of people buy this phone is because of the camera. All of the cameras on this phone are 12 megapixels. Now, although the camera in the iPhone 12 Pro still isn't comparable to, say, a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, I still think they're really incredible, and I find that having the 2 extra lenses really helps, you know, stimulate some creativity in me. The iPhone 12 Pro also has this really advanced LiDAR sensor, which helps with the depth and is really beneficial in portrait mode when you are trying to create the artificial bokeh. On the video side of things, the iPhone 12 Pro can shoot up to 4K 60 frames per second, plus HDR 10-bit Dolby Vision, which I think is really incredible for a phone camera to be able to do. This means that the iPhone 12 has more color detail, a better dynamic range, and also provides good stabilization. Now, just to give you a bit of an idea of what the iPhone 12 Pro cameras look like, this is the front-facing camera right now. It looks pretty good, I'd say. This is probably the best phone camera that I've had. For a front-facing camera, it doesn't really look like a potato. Maybe if the lighting wasn't as good, it wouldn't look as great, but I am pretty impressed with how it looks. And here is an example of the back camera. Now, this is just the regular lens, and here you can also get a bit of an audio test. I'm holding it, you know, just an arm's length away from me, and this is kind of what it looks like. This is the wide-angle lens. It's definitely very wide, and it looks pretty cool in my opinion. I'm pretty happy with it overall. Now, this is the 2x zoom lens, the telephoto lens. It is definitely very close. I don't even know if my face is in it right now. Now, I'll also throw some photos on the screen of what the cameras look like in photo mode. Now, these ones were taken on the wide angle lens, which is probably my favorite lens out of all of them. These ones are on the standard lens, and these ones are on the telephoto lens. Overall, I find that they take pretty good photos, not super great in low light, and the portrait mode is a lot of fun. The development of the artificial bokeh has gotten a lot better since previous models. Overall, I'm really happy that I was able to upgrade to the iPhone 12 Pro. If you want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. I make videos on music, gaming, and tech. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.